sleep or need or sleep, the significance in psychiatry is tremendous. And in exam, most of the time you are supposed to talk about sleep. What is sleep? How much is the sleep? What disorders do have what kind of sleep disturbances, blah, blah. So there are hordes of questions related to sleep. And if you don't know things related to sleep, then you get confused. Or whenever you are taking a history and doing the detailed assessment of a patient, the sleep is an important area to be covered. In psychiatry, we always say that when you are asking questions about sleep, they should be comparing the normal sleep of a person and then comparing it to the current problems of the sleep. So it is always a comparison कि पहले कितने घंटे की नींद थी और अब कितने घंटे की नींद है. So that this question is very significant. If you are not comparing it from what was normal for the person, then you may get confused because sleep is variable. Some people sleep for 5 hours, some people sleep for 9 hours. For some people, normal is 6 hours, some people, normal is 8 hours or 9 hours. So it varies. And unless or until you'll be able to compare the sleep timing and sleep hours, you won't be able to understand what's happening around. So that is very significant and that is very important. So when you are asking questions related to sleep, comparison is the first and the key most principle, which should be there in the examination situation. So you should always ask कि पहले कितने घंटे सोते थे और अब कितने घंटे सोते हैं या नींद में क्या खराबियां आई. So basic topic was neurological basis and cycle of sleep. This was the main topic, but I deviated from it and I unfortunately covered little bit of, tried to cover up little bit of non-neurological symptoms as well, like what I mentioned, how you can assess sleep thing in the exam situation, which is important. So एक छोटा सा शेर, नींद आई न रात भर मुझको, ख्वाब बैठे रहे कतारों में. Now, parasomnias are another domain related to the sleep, which we have to assess, understand, and then again process them. Most of the people say कि जी ख्वाब आवर नींद थी, बेचैन नींद थी, नींद अच्छी नहीं थी, नींद गहरी नहीं थी. So वो सारे पैरामीटर्स क्या हैं और वो क्यों है? Now, sleep gets disturbed in almost all psychiatric morbidities, taking from anxiety disorders to extreme states of psychosis and organic brain syndrome. The sleep is affected. Why that is so? Why sleep is affected in all psychiatric morbidities? Have you ever asked yourself this question? या किसी psychiatrist ये पूछा है कि why sleep is disturbed in almost all psychiatric morbidities? Anybody would like to respond to this question? साइकाइट्री में, मेंटल हेल्थ इश्यूज में नींद क्यों खराब होती है और सारों में क्यों खराब होती है? चलो, आई एग्री कि सम सिचुएशंस देयर इज अ स्लीप डिस्टर्बेंस. व्हाई इट इज डिस्टर्बिंग इन एवरी disorder, psychiatric morbidity? You talk about anxiety, there is a sleep disturbance. You talk about psychosis, there is sleep disturbance. You talk about dementia, there is a sleep disturbance. Why? Anybody thought about it? Why? Anybody wants to respond? I can open the chat box if you want to type it there. I won't mind. Anybody? No? अब या तो सबको पता है या किसी को नहीं पता. So okay. मैं इसकी explanation दे देता हूं अगर आप लोग नहीं बोलते तो. Psychiatric morbidities are all related to, जब हम biological basis of disorders की बात करते हैं तो all psychiatric morbidities have some sort of neurochemical transmission imbalances, right? जैसे डिप्रेशन में सेरोटोनर्जिक पाथवेज अफेक्टेड हैं, साइकोसिस में डोपामिनर्जिक पाथवेज अफेक्टेड हैं. जब आप स्लीप की बायोलॉजिकल बेसिस देखें तो it starts from one end of the brain up to the last end of the brain. So almost all the brain lobes are involved. So any psychiatric morbidity having any cross section between any of the lobes and the pathways, and there is again cutting down of the pathways. और जब वो नॉर्मल फ्लो ऑफ द पाथवेज लाइक सेरोटोनर्जिक पाथवेज डिस्टर्ब हो रहे हैं तो स्लीप का जो नॉर्मल बायोलॉजिकल पाथवे वो कट हो जाएगा, स्लीप डिस्टर्ब हो जाएगी। ओसीडी में भी यही होगा, नॉर्मल पाथवे of the sleep will be cut because of the serotonergic system in the orbitofrontal cortex. So, biological basis of OCD, it disturbs the sleep. And it happens in all psychiatric morbidity. So, it's basically the biological basis which is leading to the sleep deprivation or problems associated with psychiatric morbidity. And if we won't be able to understand the dynamics, then we won't be able to understand the details of it. This is important. ये वो मेहदी हसन साहब की गज़ल जो फैज़ अहमद फैज़ ने गाई, और अभी रिसेंटली मेरी एक जगह पे डिस्कशन हो रही थी तो वहाँ पे भी ये प्ले किया गया। इट्स अ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल गज़ल। मैं सारी नहीं सुनाऊंगा, लेकिन मैं इसका एक दो शेर सुनाता हूँ। चले भी आओ कि गुलशन का कारोबार चले, कफस उदास है यारो सबा से कुछ तो कहो, कहीं तो बहरे खुदा आज जिक्र यार चले। जो हम पे गुजरी है सो गुजरी मगर शबे हिजरा, जो हम पे गुजरी सो गुजरी है मगर शबे हिजरा, हमारे अश्क तेरी आकबत सवार चले। Sleep is such a dynamic and basis of biological process that if there is a sleep deprivation, all your again capabilities, emotional, cognitive, processing, everything gets disturbed. So if you are not again comfortable with your sleep, there is disturbance everywhere, and that is unfortunately a complicated situation. This is the reason why sleep is so much important and significant for a psychiatrist, और हमें उसको process भी करना है, उसको understand भी करना है. So let's talk more about it. When we talk about sleep, the biopsychosocial model of approach to health, when you say biopsychosocial model of health, so sleep has unfortunately impacts of social and cultural issues impacts the sleep. The pathogenic stimulus in the body affects the sleep. The treatments given to various modalities affects the sleep. The physiological and biochemical mechanisms involved in the body, if they get disturbed, it affects the sleep. Again, personal history, genetic, developments, everything matters in sleep. So the short sleepers and the long sleepers. The short sleepers who are very active, very type A personality type, and very much into everything. They are short sleepers. They are very much workaholics. They are always dynamic. The approach to actual real life situation is very aggressive. They are always short sleepers. The long sleepers, 8-9 घंटे सोने वाले लोग, they are cool minded people, they are less creative, they are less aggressive, they are sort of mellow kind of people, usually bulky and heavier on side and weight as well, so they are long sleepers. So the short sleepers and the long sleepers, if you go back and read the literature, there is a whole domain associated with these kind of situations, and you must read about it, the short sleepers and the long sleepers. Now, whenever we have to approach things and you all know this, so I will skip this slide. Usually a sleep cycle is such that when you try to lie down and close your eyes, then you drift into sleep. Now, this is stage 1 sleep. When you are closing your eyes, your sensations are getting compromised, you're going into a phase where there is a darkness and your mind is drifting into slow activity where probably you won't be able to understand what is happening to you and you are just go off to sleep. That is stage 1. Then stage 2 is the slow wave sleep, when things are getting slower in your brain and other things are happening. We will talk about it in detail soon. Stage 3, then stage 4, then REM cycle, and then stage 1 comes back again. Actually, it's not stage 1. The stage 2 comes back again. So ये जो loop है, इसमें से stage 1 बाहर निकल जाती है. Stage 1, 2, 3, 4 REM, then stage 2, 3, 4 REM, then stage 2, 3, 4 REM, then stage 2, 3, 4 REM. On an average individual needs 5 cycles like this to have a fresh sleep. If you complete these 5 cycles in a night, you have a fresh sleep. If you are not completing the 5 cycles, then your sleep is not freshening. So stage 2, 3, 4 REM, stage 2, 3, 4 REM, stage 2, 3, 4 REM, 4 times, and the first one is 1, 2, 3, 4 NREM. 5 cycles in a night. Each cycle on an average is about 90 minutes. On an average, 90 minutes. 5 cycle, 9 5s are 45. Sorry, 9 5s are, how much is it? 5 साइकिल्स अगर आप 90 मिनट की करें तो कितना टाइम बनेगा? कितना बनेगा? मेरा हिसाब बहुत कमजोर है. 5 9s are 45. 45 ही होते हैं ना. सो 90 मिनट का एक साइकिल है और 5 साइकिल आपने एक रात में कवर करने. ये एवरेज स्लीप आवर्स हैं. सो 5 और 2.5 तकरीबन 7.5 से 8 घंटे की नींद. ये again this varies from person to person, but on an average you have to complete 5 cycles. So there is a possibility that you may be having a sleep cycle of stage 2 3 4 REM 2 3 4 REM of an average of about 70 minutes or 80 minutes or maybe 100 minutes, but usually it's 90 minutes and you have to complete 5 cycles. So interim between consciousness and the sleep is at stage 1. In 15 to 20 minutes, you drift down into stage 2. And then heart slows down, the brain does less complicated tasks, and you are drifting back into the sleep. Another 15 minutes, you drift down to stage 3, which is a delta sleep. Body makes repairs, body temperature decreases. Stage 4, BP blood pressure things do change. And then after that time, you go into REM cycle. 1 से 2 मिनट लगते हैं स्टेज 1 से स्टेज 2 में. 15 से 20 मिनट स्टेज 2 से स्टेज 3, 3 से 4, 4 से REM. Right? Move into REM sleep approximately 90 minutes after the first feeling sleepy. Stage 1 से REM आने में 90 मिनट पहली दफा लगेंगे. Subsequently, stage 1 disappears. 2, 3, 4 and REM. So the total time after which the REM cycle reappears reduces with every cycle. So first cycle, REM comes late. Second cycle, REM comes earlier. Third cycle, REM comes much earlier. Fourth cycle, REM comes very earlier. And by the time the fifth cycle and in the morning hours, you are about to get up, the REM cycle comes quickly. So this time duration of 90 minutes divided into these 5 cycles, initially the first 4 cycles are of longer duration, but in the later half of the night or early morning, these again narrows down and REMs is more as compared to in the beginning of the phase. This is one thing. Same goes for other things. So when people complain of insomnia, it is one नींद नहीं आती, रात को लेटे रहते हैं बिस्तर पे, करवटें बदलते रहते हैं, नींद नहीं आ रही, या नींद आ जाती है, एकदम आंख खुल जाती है और उसके बाद फिर नींद दोबारा आने में टाइम लगता है और सुबह फ्रेश नहीं होते. मिडिल इंसोम्निया. सो अर्ली इंसोम्निया, मिडिल इंसोम्निया एंड देन लेट इंसोम्निया या अर्ली मॉर्निंग अवेकनिंग, कि नींद आ जाती है टाइम पे, सो जाते हैं, नींद 2 4 5 घंटे आती है और उसके बाद सुबह बहुत जल्दी आंख खुल जाती है. Psychotic people, any psychosis, you talk about the sleep with them and you will feel that they won't complain about the sleep problems. You ask the psychotic person about the sleep, नींद कैसी है? ठीक है. But actually what is happening with the objectivity account is सारी रात सोता नहीं है. ठीक है. Now the psychotic person, people don't complain about the sleep, but they are sleepless. However, the anxious person complains lots of sleep problems, but actually he is sleeping, but the sleep is either interrupted or disturbed. It's early insomnia or middle insomnia. Early morning awakening is usually seen in depressive state. And in organic disorders, dementia, delirium, all that stuff, all of these sleep cycles are disturbed, and people either sleep too much, more than 10 to 12 hours a day. They are cat naps during the day. They sleep interruptedly, but sleep a lot during the 24 hours. So it's disturbed. And because of that disturbance, this cycle gets disturbed as well. So when you are taking the cat naps, you actually go from sleep stage one to two, maybe stage three, but you get up. That is not a freshening sleep. People say that I take power naps. Now, power nap is ideally 45 minutes to 70 minutes time. जितना उसका एक REM cycle है. If you complete one REM cycle, to have a power nap, your mind activates and your mind works efficiently. So some people are in habit of having power naps. What is the biological basis of that? I will try to talk about that too. I hope I'm making sense. Anybody who's not able to understand, let me know. Okay, so stage one, stage two, stage three, stage four, and REM, right? In the beginning, I have mentioned on an average 90-minute cycle. So I won't go into these things. Now, there is a new concept about the psychiatric morbidity and sleep apnea. If you are having a sleep apnea, your mind is not oxygenated properly, your sleep cycle is disturbed, and you never wake up fresh without having any anxiety or other symptoms. So some people come up with just one complaint. They have sleep disturbance, no anxiety, no stress, no social situation, no psychosis. It could be related to sleep apnea, and you have to make sure that you rule out the possibility of sleep apnea syndrome, OSA, sleep apnea syndrome. Otherwise, you will miss a lot of things. So here we go for a polysomnographic. We get the sleep apnea syndrome ruled out before we move on to any psychiatric morbidity associated with the sleep. Now, pros and cons of holism. Again, I won't talk about this. फिर time बहुत ज़्यादा लगेगा और मैं इन slides पे ज़्यादा वक्त लगा दूंगा. Coming back. So दो ही मामले उम्र भर हल ना हुए. नींद पूरी ना हुई, ख्वाब मुकम्मल ना हुए. This is the dilemma for, I think, every young individual of your age, isn't it? Right? दो ही मामले उम्र भर हल ना हुए. नींद पूरी ना हुई, ख्वाब मुकम्मल ना हुए. ख्वाब हमने बहुत देखे, उसके साथ घूमेंगे फिरेंगे, सैर करेंगे, पैसे कमाएंगे, गाड़ी रखेंगे, घर बनाएंगे, बंगला बनाएंगे. ख्वाब मुकम्मल ना हुए और नींद पूरी ना हुई. This is unfortunate, but this is true. Now, whenever we talk about sleep, I always show this slide that how there is a progress. So unfortunately or fortunately, the states in which people come down, so the consciousness, when I'm completely alert, I'm with you, I'm talking to you, this is consciousness. When I'm drifting down, I'm drowsy. Stage one and two, I have light sleep. When I am a deep sleep, it's stage four, REM cycle, lucid dreaming. And if I go beyond sleep, where people are not able to wake me up without an appropriate gesture, it is general anesthesia. And even if I go beyond that, general anesthesia, I am in coma. Coma is associated with vegetative state, where your mind and body functioning gets absolutely chaotic. So that is one thing you have to remember. And again, when we are assessing the cautiousness as a practical ethical issue, coma, general anesthesia are the awareness level at the bottom of it. And vigilance, awake behavior, eye opening, responding is at the other graph level. So when you have a seizure, when you are in a vegetative state, they are all parallel to coma. When you have general anesthesia or parasomnias, or minimally conscious state like in dementia, they are at one level. Slow wave sleep is little bit beyond that. Then light wave sleep, drowsiness, consciousness, and awake. And there are sometimes people who have locked in syndrome where they feel the sleepy, but they are not freshened up with the sleep state. That is again a problem. So, neurology of the consciousness, and we all know that our brain is active, everything is okay. Hindbrain, midbrain are important for arousal for sleep. Now, look at these pathways hindbrain, midbrain. Damage to the reticular formation can lead to coma. Prefrontal cortex is the key for conscious control of information processing. Now, this is surprising. When we talk about sleep, all of the area of the brain is involved because the reticular formation is spread across the brain. Then pons are at the base of the brain. Thalamus is related to the main relay center of the brain. Then the cortical structures, they have their own, again, reticular formation is in the cortical structures and they are there as well. So where does the consciousness reside? This is a complex question and I don't think so we can answer any of the questions appropriately. Sometimes there is a no clear-cut damage to a specific lobe as well. When people do have hematomas or ischemic brain disease, it's across the brain. So where is actually awareness and the consciousness? It's complicated, but still we know that hippocampus, amygdala, dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, which is again involved in the OCD system, anterior cingulate cortex, corticolimbic system, they're all involved in the architecture of the sleep. And this phenomena is unfortunately complex. So input, output, awakeness or sleepness. अभी तक ये भी again बहुत सारी theories इसके बारे में when you start reading about sleep, you will come across with multiple theories related to the sleep. What actually is happening, why you go off to sleep, why you awake yourself. So there are multiple theories. I will touch some of them, but I won't be able to cover all of them. But just to give you the broader aspects related to the sleep. चीजें रख कर भूल जाता हूँ, नींद भी कहीं पड़ी होगी, बहुत दिनों से रात नहीं हुई, नजर आए तो बताना, जालिम से मेरी मुलाकात नहीं हुई. When we are developing, the level of consciousness gets again different as well. So as we move into various phases of our life, our sleep is absolutely coinciding with it. Now, this slide is just to give you an idea. When the child is born, he sleeps more and remains awake less. Why? Because there is a brain development. So you are trying to survive. Your motor cortex is developing, your neurons are generating, your connections are establishing, your memory processes are again going forward. So there are so many things associated when you are born. Then by the time you are a little bit older, you start going to school, the sleep cycle is relatively established. रात को सोना है, दिन को उठना है. Well, आजकल ज़माना उल्टा हो गया, कोविड की वजह से people are studying from home. So you people are at 8 a.m., 8 p.m. in Pakistan time at night, and maybe you are drowsy or maybe you are actually very alert. I don't know, but things are changed. So the social impact affects the sleep as well. Then after some time, when people are in the younger age, they are doing a lot of work, they are going to the office, they are meeting friends, they are having party functions. Every day is a different day. So from in the morning, you go to the hospital, in the afternoon, you spend time with the family, you get married, you spend time with your husband or wife or spouse, and then gradually you are having different sleep schedules. So you sleep maybe at 12 or 1 in the morning, you get up at 6 or 7 in the morning, and then you are working throughout the day. How do you make up with all those things? So this transformation in the sleep architecture and the sleep habits, again, this is not abnormal, this is normal. I'm talking about normal now, not the psychiatric morbidity associated with it. These are normal domains which adolescents, young teenagers, young people who are having multiple jobs and other responsibilities, getting married, children, blah, blah. So their sleep cycle gets different. It is still normal. It's not disturbed. You complete the 5 cycles of the REM and you feel fresh. So you don't have any problems still. But there could be problems of the adjustment and other issues as well. And when you are in a relationship, newly wedded couple, an old marriage couple, they have a different sleep style. शादी ज़्यादा दिन गुजर जाए, they again typical situation. You sleep at your end and your wife sleep at the other end. So that is one of the story. I'm not telling you my story, okay? So don't take it like that. Usko serious nahi lena. Okay. So when we talk about sleep, as I mentioned to you earlier, thalamus, lateral hypothalamus, bifrontal cortex, cortex, lateral cortex, again pineal gland, ventral tegmental area, all the brain areas are involved. Again, I don't want to give you those details, otherwise मैं कुछ और चीजें miss कर जाऊंगा. And whenever we are teaching about sleep, we have to give tips to the patients about the rules of healthy sleep. Now, this is something which is available on the net, but I don't know why. In exam situation, when it is asked you to give the tips to the patients about the healthy sleeping styles, you tend to again forget about it. Chand rule hai, bade simple say, no overeating. So people usually say if you have to really go off to sleep at 10 p.m., don't eat after 7. So 3 घंटे का वक्फा सोने से पहले खाने में होना चाहिए. No electronics. You should not watch TV. You should not see cell phone 2 hours to 3 hours before going off to bed. The light should be off. There should be a darkness in the room. Not a pitch dark, but dark. So there has to be a small light somewhere in the room which can just show you the path to the washroom or anything if you really need that. Otherwise, darkness is preferred if you really want to have a good night's sleep. जो लोग छत पे सोते हैं वो सूरज निकलने से पहले उठ जाते हैं और जब सूरज सर पे चढ़ जाता है और फिर भी आपको सोते रहे तो समझना बड़ी अच्छी नींद आ रही है. And then the temperature of the room should be appropriate. The air system should be appropriate. Keep a consistent sleep schedule. Less coffee, more tea, no tea before going off to bed. No hard trainings. Exercise सोने से पहले नहीं करनी. सोने से 3 घंटे पहले एक्सरसाइज भी नहीं करनी. No alcoholic beverages. No stimulants before sleep. Again, relax before bedtime and easy reading. Now this is something strange. वो इम्तिहान के दिनों में किताब खोलते ही नींद आनी शुरू हो जाती है और जब इम्तिहान खत्म हो जाते हैं तो किताब पढ़ने के बावजूद नींद नहीं आती. So that is a strange phenomenon. But usually people say that if you read before going off to bed, it gives you very good night's sleep. I don't know. I haven't experimented it much. I try not to read or study or do anything at least couple of hours before going off to sleep because otherwise mind keeps on working and memorizing and things to get disturbed. This is again a sleep, various structures involved in the sleep. And if you go through them, you will see in REM cycle, so many areas of the brains are involved. DPG, LPTD, PPT, ventral tegmental area, again, dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, motor cortex. So many areas are involved. So there are excitatory pathways and there are inhibitory pathways across the brain which are affecting the sleep. Circadian rhythm. So every human being has a cycle of sleeping and getting up. And these cycles are associated with your hormonal activities. You people all know this, so I don't have to repeat it. So some people during the alertness, what happens? At what time the testosterone secretion is high? At 900 hours in the morning. At what time the melatonin secretion stops? At 7:30 a.m. in the morning. How much is the blood pressure maximum? At what time the maximum blood pressure is recorded? Just before waking up. Then lowest body temperature at stage 4 and REM cycle when you are in a deep sleep. Deepest sleep is at 2 at night. Midnight again, and then bowel movements are best in the evening around 10:30, just before going off to bed. But of course, you don't go to the toilet washroom. At that time, you prefer to go to the washroom when you get up in the morning, right? So that is true. And then best coordination and etc. Boring book is preferred before sleep. What is the reason? Why can't we read books of our choice? You can read your book of your choice. I told you that it varies from person to person. Some people feel that exciting book makes your mind work so hard. You start processing the information and then your mind starts working. So you try not to read too much exciting at bedtime. सो आप कोशिश ये करते हैं कि कोई ऐसी चीज़ पढ़ें जो इसको आप पढ़ के तो धीमे हो जाए, रिलैक्स हो जाए और आप ड्रिफ्ट ऑन टू स्लीप हो जाए. Highest body temperature is at 1700, 1900 hours. Highest blood pressure is at in the evening time. Well, it's sharpest rise in the blood pressure at 6:45 a.m. But 1830 highest blood pressure. Greatest cardiovascular efficiency and muscle strength is at 5 p.m. Fastest reaction time is at 3:30 in the evening, and best coordination is at 2:30. And at noon, you are active and alert. Now, this whole of the process is based on some hypothetical interaction between the biological and the social and the psychological component of the body. It's not assumed, it is actually there, right? But it varies from person to person. So it is not necessary that this circadian rhythm is good for everyone. It varies from person to person. So our pineal gland, why people say that, अच्छा किताब के बारे में जो सवाल था, because only textbooks can give you a good quality of sleep. Yes. So why cell phone and the light stimulus is avoided before going off to bed? Because the light stimulates the pineal gland, and the pineal gland stops secreting melatonin, and if melatonin is not secreted, then you won't drift into sleep. That is one hypothesis. Regulation of the circadian rhythm is based on light stimulus, based on sleep-wake cycles, based on circadian rhythms, based on biological functioning as well. So I won't go into detail of it. But maybe I will try to compare it. Somebody asking question? Okay. So तुझे ख्वाब ही में देखूं ये भरम भी आज टूटा, तेरे ख्वाब कैसे देखूं मुझे नींद ही ना आए, तुझे ख्वाब में ही देखूं ये भरम भी आज टूटा, तेरे ख्वाब कैसे देखूं मुझे नींद ही ना आए. So that is important, unfortunately. So whenever we take medication, so all psychotropics disturb sleep actually. This is a fact. So SSRIs can cause somnolence, they can cause insomnia. Antipsychotics may alter the sleep cycle. So they have various mechanisms, various antipsychotics used for various purposes. All the addictive substances can impact the sleep. And addictive substances include smoking, hash, marijuana, alcohol, cigarettes, everything, all addictive substances. Comorbid pathologies, any physical abnormalities in your body can disturb your sleep. So even infections can disturb sleep. हमें अब viral infection हो जाता है, flu हो जाता है, नींद का cycle सारा खराब होता है. So बहुत सारे behaviors आ जाते हैं. Now, the EEG pattern of the sleep. So when you are awake, most of the rhythms are alpha rhythms. When I was teaching you EEG, I tried to demarcate the rhythm pattern. D-tab. D-tab is the, again, word we use to describe the frequency of the EEG waves, D tab. So delta waves are high frequency, high amplitude, low frequency waves, delta waves. मैंने बताया था 1 से लेके 3 तक. थीटा वेव्स 4 से 8 तक. अल्फा वेव 9 से 12 14 तक, और फिर बीटा वेव्स. सो जब हम अवेक स्टेट में हैं तो अल्फा रिदम है या बीटा रिदम्स है. जब हम आंखें बंद करके लेटने की, सोने की कोशिश करते हैं तो वो कन्वर्ट होती है थीटा वेव्स में. अल्फा रिदम ड्यूरिंग अवेक एंड अगेन बीटा रिदम ड्यूरिंग अवेक एंड वर्किंग प्रोसेसिंग. आप सोने के लिए लेटते हैं, अल्फा रिदम, और फिर जब आप स्टेज 1 में होते हैं तो थीटा रिदम्स. स्टेज 2 में जाते हैं तो ये दो चीजें वहां देखी जाती हैं, स्लीप स्पिंडल्स और के कॉम्प्लेक्सेस. इसका स्ट्रक्चर थोड़ा सा देख लें, इसकी डिटेल फिर मैं बाद में दोबारा पढ़ा दूंगा. और स्टेज 3 नॉन रैम साइकिल्स में डेल्टा रिदम्स, स्टेज 4 नॉन रैम साइकिल्स में डेल्टा रिदम्स बट हाई एम्पलीट्यूड डेल्टा रिदम्स, और रैम साइकिल में बीटा रिदम्स वापस आ जाती हैं. सो स्टेज 1 थीटा, stage 2 non-REM, sleep spindle and K complexes, stage 3 non-REM, delta, stage 4 non-REM, delta, high amplitude waves, awake state, alpha rhythms, and absolutely functioning like a me, beta rhythms. So always remember this, because again, ये एग्जाम में अक्सर क्वेश्चन किसी ना किसी फॉर्म में पूछ लिया जाता है. So again, stage 1, 2, 3, 4 and REM. Same, it coincides with EMG, electromyogram, and EOG, ऑक्सीजन पल्स ऑक्सीमीटर जो लगा के आप ऑक्सीजन सैचुरेशन को जो देखते हैं, मॉनिटर करते हैं. और इसमें 3 चीजें और मॉनिटर की जाती हैं, हार्ट रेट, रेस्पिरेटरी रेट एंड पिनाइल टेमुलसनेस. व्हाट इज द वर्ड? टेमुलसनेस या पिनाइल इरेक्शन. सो the vasoconstrictive process in the penis is also a physiological process that is assessed electrophysiologically when we are assessing the sleep cycle. So when you go for a polysomnography, they record the EEG waves, they record the EMG waves, oxygen saturation, heart rate, respiratory rate, and penile tremulousness, and वो सारों को कंबाइन करके देन यू मेक अप अबाउट दिस. Again, in a simplified form, the same thing is exhibited again. So I would 6 interesting facts. I don't know how interesting they are, but I just got this slide from somewhere, so I put it there. Lack of sleep weakens the immune system. 20 minutes power nap, 2 cups of coffee, no more than 20 minutes though. Again, power naps can complicate. Ideal for sleep, 16 degrees to 21 degrees Celsius temperature. Well, people do have variation in that. लोग अपने घरों के एसी, कुछ लोग जो हैं वो 27 पे रख के चलाते हैं. I was always comfortable with 26 and 27 temperature. Never had to bring it down to 20, 21. I don't know. सर्दी लगनी शुरू होती है, गर्मी में भी आप कंबल लेके एसी में सो लेते हैं. What's the fun of it? Again, never understood this. First REM cycle is after 90 minutes. 50% of the people get 6 or fewer hours of sleep at night. And ideal sleep is 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. Ideal. Well, this is ideal. It may be variable. ए माँ, मुझे नींद नहीं आती, मुझे अपनी आगोश शफकत दे दो, मेरे हाथ माथे पर लब मोहब्बत रख दो, मुझे मीठी लोरी सुनाकर मेरे सारे गम मिटाकर अपने सीने की ठंडक में छुपा लो. ए माँ, मुद्दत हुई मैं रोया नहीं हूँ, कटी रातें कट गई मैं सोया नहीं हूँ. This is unfortunate. We always compare it with the mother. Yes, because when in the childhood, mom is the only person who makes you go off to sleep. Soja mera putra. So whenever there is a problem, the mother will always repeat this dialogue. Soja mera putra. Ya mera beta, soja. So you make your child go off to sleep because you don't want them to be stressed up under any situation, and that is probably synonymous with our mindset and psychiatric morbidity. Now coming to some communication, it's already been 45 minutes, but I will try to wrap it up. Parasomnia. So four popular theories on why we dream. Dreaming help us form memories. Dreams help us to deal with emotions. Our dreams reflect our mindset, thoughts, and daytime activities. Our dreams serve no function. First three theories are usually very much accepted way of going for it. फ्रॉयड ने ड्रीम एनालिसिस ड्रीम वर्क किया और उसने विशफुल थिंकिंग की बात की. Why we dream, according to Freud, our dreams are a collection of images, our daily conscious lives. Freud was certain that dreams have symbolic meaning. He said that everything we remember from our dreams is a symbolic representation of our unconscious primitive thoughts. Through analyzing the remembered elements of our dreams, Freud said that the unconscious elements would be revealed to our conscious mind. This was Freud. Well, I don't much believe in it. Uh, I still believe on the biological theory of the dreams, which is very acceptable if you go through that. So, dreaming begins with PGO waves, implanted microelectrodes in cats and rodents. They are seen that the REM sleep during slow wave sleep and waking. Sequential activation of PON, lateral geniculate nucleus, and occipital cortex leads to dreamful state. ऐसे लोग जिनको ब्रेन डैमेज इस एरिया में होता है यूजुअली ऑक्सीपिटो प्राइटल एरिया में वो बहुत ज़्यादा सोते हैं और डिमेंशिया के पेशेंट भी बहुत ज़्यादा इसी वजह से सोते हैं. आपके पॉन्स और वो सारे वर्क करना कम हो जाते हैं. बट यस, we tend to memorize and consolidate our memories when we sleep. And if that consolidation activates certain parts of the brain, we dream, right? So dreaming brain has multiple, again, processes going on. Now, if you just look at this slide, I'm just touching this topic. I don't want to go into the detail because it's very complex. Visual association cortex area, imagery construction from personal association, cerebellum and basal ganglia, motion processing, perception of movements and sensations, stem and thalamus, consciousness and dream, REM initiation, rapid eye movement, you think you are awake. And then right prefrontal cortex, perception of a dream space, intentionally reference to self-imagery, symbolic identity, language metaphor. Sometimes some of our patients start talking in Chinese language, and in the language which probably nobody would be able to understand, we call them dissociative, but we don't know if they are talking actually correct Chinese language or any other language, whatever they are talking. Because it is a possibility that sometimes our right inferior parietal cortex process the information and keep and reserve some language component which we have seen somewhere in our life. So कुछ चाइनीज जबान के अल्फाज भी आपको समझ आ जाएंगे या आप बोलना शुरू कर देंगे. So we dream because right inferior parietal cortex is having processing. Limbic amygdala, emotional processing, and dorsolateral prefrontal cingulate cortex and prenucleus is irrational, seen as normal, unfiltered encounters and sudden scene changes. So जैसे मैंने पहले भी एक दफ़ा बात की थी, शायद मैं दोबारा उसको बात को रिपीट कर दूँ. I don't know reason of theory behind expressive dreaming during sleep. Consciousness dreaming, I mean. Consciousnness dreaming. Well, consciousness dreaming can occur during the daytime because when I start dreaming about things like
Continuous dreaming. No, it's continuous dreaming.
Pardon?
It's continuous dreaming.
Continuous dreaming. Continuous dreaming वो जो दिन के वक्त भी ख्वाब देखते रहते हैं, वो ख्याली पुलाव जो बनाते रहते हैं।
नहीं, रात को सोते हुए कंटिन्यूअस ड्रीमिंग, व्हाट्स द रीजन बिहाइंड कंटिन्यूअस ड्रीमिंग? क्या आप रात को सोए एंड
सोते हुए या जागते हुए?
सोते हुए।
Okay, सोते हुए. There is no as such term continuous dreaming. Well, yes, when you are in stage one, you are thinking because of few things, like because you are planning for something, like मैं सो जाऊं, सुबह उठूं, फिर मुझे ये करना है, ये काम करना है. So you are thinking about it. Your mind keeps on working during that time. When you drift into stage two, those thought processes, it starts getting settled down and some other thought process take up. जो मैंने पिछली स्लाइड दिखाई थी, इसकी बात दोबारा करूं. So some other processes take up, and then you start consolidating your memory, emotional processes, language, and all those processes into places. So those electrochemical gradients start fixing, making a messenger RNA, which is making its space in the brain areas, specific spaces in the brain areas. So once it is consolidated, it never disintegrates. चाहे कि वो रिकॉल ना हो पाए क्योंकि वो दब जाए नीचे मैसेंजर आरएनए, लेकिन वो रहता है. कंटिन्यूस ड्रीम स्टेट्स हो नहीं सकती, लेकिन थॉट प्रोसेस चल रहा है, कंसोलिडेशन हो रही है, आप सोते जा रहे हैं, ड्रिफ्ट डाउन हो रहे हैं. स्टेज 3 में, स्टेज 4 में जब आप जाते हैं, सो फिर आप पैरासोमनियस की बात करते हैं. अब ये छोटी सी मैं रिपोर्ट दिखा रहा हूं, ड्रीम रिपोर्ट, DR, राइट. अगर आप इसमें देखें तो ये यूजुअली अर्ली पार्ट ऑफ द REM साइकिल में ड्रीम स्टेट्स आएंगी, अर्ली पार्ट ऑफ द REM साइकिल्स में. और मॉर्निंग वेकफुलनेस, जब सुबह आपकी आंख खुलती है तो आमतौर पे आपको ख्वाब याद नहीं रहते, आमतौर पे, इसलिए कि उस वक्त ये ड्रीम स्टेट नहीं होती. लेकिन अगर आपकी आंख सुबह 4 बजे के करीब खुल जाए, आपके नॉर्मल उठने का टाइम 7 बजे के करीब है, उस वक्त आपको ख्याल आता है कि मैं ख्वाब देख रहा था, और कुछ ख्वाब याद भी रह जाते हैं. सो होता यह है कि जब आप स्लीप साइकिल की ऐसी स्टेज से उठें जहां पे वो थॉट प्रोसेस या ड्रीमफुल स्टेट चल रही थी, तो आपको कुछ ख्वाब याद आ जाते हैं. अब उन ड्रीम्स में अजीबोगरीब कैफियत होती है, आसमान से गिर रहा हूं, खजूर में अटक रहा हूं, राइट, थिंग्स लाइक दैट. So weird dreams. All of those processes which are happening to you are happening because of this. During the day, whatever you are experiencing, you are trying to consolidate that into your brain, various parts of the brain. And when you are trying to consolidate in your brains the other processes which are already consolidated in the brain, they are connecting to it, right? Sometimes, इसकी छोटी सी मिसाल मैं इस तरह दूं कि एक पीला धागा आप लाल धागे से बांध रहे हैं, या आप मुख्तलिफ धागों के पाइल लगा रहे हैं, ठीक है, और वो एक धागा पीला लाल के साथ लग गया, तो वो ऑर्डनेस आ जाएगी. So the one messenger RNA which is consolidated in one form of a memory, which is consolidated one part of your again wakeful thing, जो भी आप याद करना चाहते हैं, अगर वो जाके किसी ऐसी जगह पे बैठ गया जहां पे आपका यूरोप का ट्रिप या कोई सऊदीया का ट्रिप इन्वॉल्व था, तो वो ट्रिप और वो ऑडिटी मिल गई आपस में, वो दो मैसेंजर RNA कनेक्ट हो गए. सो वो एक ड्रीम प्रोसेस वहां से बन गया. और जब आप उठे, अगर ऐसे टाइम पे उठ गए कि वो आपको याद रह जाए, तो फिर वो आपको लगा कि मैं आसमान से गिर रहा था और खजूर में अटक रहा था. सो देयर इज अ बायोलॉजिकल एक्सप्लेनेशन फॉर दिस. अगेन, it's complex. I'm sorry, I'm trying to, I don't want to confuse you, so I don't want to explain those things, but this is what the process is, right? Biological basis of the dream says that योर मेमोरी इज कंसोलिडेटिंग एवरी डे. आप 3 साल की उम्र से लेके जब तक आप मर नहीं जाते, आपको सारी चीजें याद होती हैं, ठीक है, लेकिन आपको हर चीज याद भी नहीं होती। मैं आपसे पूछूं 5 अक्टूबर 2019 को आप कहां थे, अनलेस और अनटिल कोई सिग्निफिकेंट इवेंट हुआ था 5 अक्टूबर 2019 को, आपको वो दिन याद नहीं होगा कि आपने उस दिन क्या किया था। मुझे नहीं याद कि मैंने 5 अक्टूबर 2019 को क्या किया था, राइट। सो अब ये नहीं कि मुझे उसकी मेमोरी नहीं है, मेमोरी है, वो मैसेंजर आरएनए के थ्रू वहां पे कंसोलिडेट होके मेरे माइंड के एक खास हिस्से में पड़ी हुई है, लेकिन वो रिट्रीव नहीं हो रही, राइट, अनलेस और अनटिल अगेन एसोसिएटेड विद सम सिग्निफिकेंट इवेंट्स। लाइक मैंने कोई कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑर्गेनाइज कराई थी, मैं दुबई गया था, मैं स्पेन गया था, मैं कहाँ गया था, मैंने ट्रैवल किया था, कोई सिग्निफिकेंट इवेंट, जगह, स्पेस, दोस्त, यार, वो मेमोरी की कंसोलिडेशन। बट continuous dreaming, I don't know, I haven't heard of this term yet, but yes, your mind keeps on functioning, your mind keeps on working, and you are working actually, even at night. So these dreams have their biological basis, and I absolutely agree with that, because I don't agree with the Freud's idea of unconscious mind where wishful thinking is there. So मैं दुनिया की खूबसूरत तरीन खातून से शादी करना चाहता हूँ, मैं जो अगेन वो जो गॉफर है मशहूर टाइगर वुड्स, उसके $41 मिलियन के घर में उससे बड़ा घर बनाना चाहता हूँ। वी ऑल ड्रीम, this is again, but how realistic it is and how realistic is your dream interpretation according to the psychological theory of Freud, I don't know. I don't believe in that. So there is some biological basis for that. Our mind is computer, and if the file is corrupted, it can interpret us differently. I'm sorry, but this is my viewpoint. I don't say that बाकी लोग गलत कह रहे हैं. So ये मेरी अपनी theory. I hope I make sense. जवाब मिल गया? नहीं मिला?
Yes, sir. It was very
This is one way
interesting.
of explaining things. So when I rationalize the dream process, I always rationalize on the basis of the diagram I have shown to you, and on the basis of the messenger RNA and concreteness of the memory system which is happening in my amygdala. And if I am able to process that, I'll be able to explain dreams appropriately. बहरहाल हम थोड़ा सा अभी कुछ स्लाइड्स और हैं, तो मैं इसको कवर अप कर लूँ। हम इस पैरासोमियस पे एक दफ़ा फिर बात कर लेंगे, सिर्फ पैरासोमियस करेंगे। So 5 common types of sleep disorders: insomnia, sleep apnea, hypersomnia, narcolepsy, parasomnia. So parasomnias पे हम दोबारा बात कर लेंगे। पैरासोमियस में 4 चीजें सिग्निफिकेंट हैं: sleep paralysis, sleepwalking, night terrors, and sleep talking. Right? Unfortunately, sleepwalking, I have seen only 3 patients in my life, and one of them died because of the sleepwalking, and I will try to explain it to you why. So something, रात होते ही मुझे नींद पकड़ लेती है, आंख लगते ही तेरे हिजर में मर जाता हूं। अब ये ड्रीम्स की बात है, तेरे हिजर में मर जाता हूं। ओके, वेरी पैरासोमिया, सॉरी, parasomnias. Parasomnias include disorder of arousal, confusional arousal, sleepwalking, sleep terrors. Parasomnia is associated with REM sleep. REM sleep behavior disorders, recurrent isolated sleep paralysis, nightmare disorders. Other parasomnias include sleep-related dissociative disorder, enuresis, related groaning, catatonia, exploding head syndrome, sleep-related hallucinations, sleep-related eating disorder, parasomnia unspecified, parasomnia due to drug or substance, and parasomnia due to general medical condition. So एग्जाम में सवाल आए तो ये सारे पैरासोमनियाज हैं। अब ये सारे पैरासोमनियाज मैं आज की प्रेजेंटेशन में कवर अप नहीं कर सकूंगा, सो अगली दफा करूंगा। इंसोम्निया, एडजस्टमेंट इंसोम्निया, psychophysiological insomnia, paradoxical insomnia, idiopathic insomnia, insomnia due to mental disorders, inadequate sleep hygiene, behavioral insomnia of childhood, insomnia due to drug or substance, insomnia due to general medical condition, insomnia not due to substance or known physiological condition, physiological insomnia unspecified. Sleep related breathing disorders, central sleep apnea syndrome, obstructive sleep apnea syndrome, sleep related hypoventilation, hypoxic syndrome, sleep related hyperventilation, hypoxic due to medical condition, other sleep related breathing disorders. ईमानदारी से बताना ये सारे पैरासोमनियाज आते थे. Okay, nightmare disorders. Nightmares are frightening or terrifying dreams, also called dream anxiety attacks. They produce sympathetic activation and ultimately awaken the dreamer, occur in REM sleep, and usually evolve from a long, complicated dream that becomes increasingly frightening. He or she typically remembers the dream, in contrast to the dreams and sleep terrors. Some nightmares are recurrent. When they occur in PTSD, there may be recollections of actual events. Common in children ages between 3 to 6 years. Nightmares are rare in adults. Frequent nightmares causes insomnia because of fear of sleeping. Insomnia provokes sleep deprivation, which in turn exacerbates nightmares. In this manner, a vicious cycle is created. Sleepwalking. Again, briefly, मैं सिर्फ देख लूं कितनी slides हैं. Okay, good. I have just one more slide. Sleepwalking, otherwise called somnambulism, usually occurs during a slow wave sleep. An individual rises from the bed and ambulates without full awakening. Individuals engage in a variety of complex behaviors while unconscious, ranging from sitting up and attempting to walk to conducting an involved sequence of semi-postural actions. Sleep deprivation and interruption of slow wave sleep exacerbates sleepwalking. The sleepwalker often can successfully interact with the environment, avoiding tripping over objects. However, the sleepwalker may interact with the environment inappropriately, which sometimes results in injury. For example, stepping out of an upstairs window or walking into a roadway. There are cases in which sleepwalkers have committed acts of violence. Now, this is tricky. The two of the patients, my patients who had somnambulism, one of them actually died again because he fell from the second floor of the roof and then fell into the ground and he died. He was a young man. I still remember him very clearly. He was having a typical sleepwalking syndrome. Sleepwalking में सबसे जरूरी चीज ये है कि हम कहते हैं कि sleepwalking complicated task कर लेता है. उठे, बैठे, चले, कुंडी खोली, बाहर निकल गए. Now all of these gestures are actually memorized. अगर कमरा आपका अपना है, बेड आपका अपना है, तो आपको पता होता है कि कितने कदम पे वॉशरूम है, कितने कदम पे दरवाजा है, दरवाजा किस डायरेक्शन में है. अगर वो चीजें वहां पे जो पड़ी हुई हैं वो आप दिन में भी पड़ी हुई आपको रोज नजर आती हैं, लाइक ड्रेसिंग टेबल है, दरमियान में इतना रास्ता है और वहां जाना है, तो usually you are fine with it and you make your way out because you know your memory is there. But sometimes it's not. अगर उसके दरमियान में कोई स्टूल रख दे कोई बंदा, तो अगर वो रात को जब स्लीप वॉकिंग करेगा तो वो स्टूल से जरूर ट्रिप हो जाएगा, वो गिरेगा, चोट लग जाएगी, बिकॉज वो डिफरेंट होगा. राइट, सो दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट. स्लीप वॉकिंग इटसेल्फ इज अ डिसऑर्डर. वी मे be able to again read it in detail और फिर उसको दोबारा कवर अप कर लेंगे. लास्ट अल्लामा इकबाल का शेर, मंजिल से आगे बढ़ कर मंजिल तलाश, मिल जाए तुझको दरिया तो समुंदर तलाश कर, हर शीशा टूट जाता है पत्थर की चोट से, पत्थर ही टूट जाए वो शीशा तलाश कर, सजदों से तेरा क्या हुआ, सदियां गुजर गईं, दुनिया तेरी बदल दे वो सजदा तलाश कर. So thank you very much for listening to me. This was a good game. I tried to wrap it up, but I still was not able to cover the whole of the sleep. But I will definitely talk more about the sleep disorders. Any questions?
So, sleep deprivation